Hello lovely people, my name is Emma and today I'm doing a bullet journal flip through for January, setup of a new bullet journal, and February. In the last video I showed you the setup for 2020, which was all here, and I'm a total moron because I set it up and then realised that I didn't have enough pages left in my current bullet journal to last longer than January. I was probably going to run out partway through February, so I decided to get a new bullet journal that's just underneath, and I will show you that in today's video as well. So as you can see, January's theme was planets and all things spacified. So I really enjoyed this particular spread. I think this might be one of my favourites of the entire month. There's another one coming later that I'm really proud of, but this one was very good fun. Then we have my monthly planner. Nice, simple. I really enjoyed the colour scheme as well, and this continuation of the font, almost like constellations, continued throughout the entire month. Then we have my video planner, which was a little bit sloppy, a little bit slapdash. My posting schedule, as you can see, changed consistently throughout the entire month. I also did do a rough January TBR that I then almost completely ignored and read different things. So that's very typical, isn't it? Hey. Then we've got my book journal with some shooting stars down the side, and I used a white gel pen to add a few little details, which I really liked. I liked this one a lot, and I did the Dutch door system that I've done quite a few times before. You'll see that featured again a bit later as well in the video. These pages are stuck together, so I'm assuming I messed up something. Then I have my video. I needed to list my top 19 of 2019 somewhere, so I put simple video ideas here, and I did do a habit tracker, but as you can see I barely used it. Not that I didn't do lots of these things in the month of January, I just failed to track them, which is what happens quite a lot whenever I try and do a habit tracker. I decided this year I'm taking part in the If You've Got It, Read It challenge. If I remember, I will link their challenge video down below. I can't remember the channel's name off the top of my head, so this was some of the criteria for it. I don't actually like the colours of this spread at all. I don't think that this has worked particularly well, so there's a completely different one for this spread coming up in the next bullet journal. Then we start getting into my to-do lists. Oh, the 5-star fiction predictions, so ignore that. So to-do list number 1, nice and simple, just surface of the moon. To-do list number 2, we had some fun with some planets and things. Sorry about the cough there. To-do list number 3, vibing off of the kind of title spread from January, so I really liked that. To-do number 4, going again very classic with a rocket. And to do number 5, my absolute favourite page, which was my alien abduction of a little cow. I love this one. I think this is so cute, and it made me a little bit sad that I didn't get to use it more. And then we are done for this particular bullet journal. So we now move on to my new bullet journal. This is another Dingbats one, again just like the last one was. This is their hippo cover. I will link them down below. I really like them for the different colour options, the cute animals on the front, and the paper quality is really high. It doesn't bleed very much unless you see in a few places where I use a Sharpie. Never use a Sharpie in your bullet journal, guys. They are rubbish. So we have my 2020 spread, just playing around with some funky colours, and there's the bleed through of the Sharpie I use. Bad Sharpie. We have to do another little setup, obviously, because we use this for the most of 2020. So we've got my 100 books reading challenge already drawn out again. I only just did these for January and had to redo them. I decided to do my trackers in a slightly different way because I realised how many trackers I had. So actually these are just a series of 2 Dutch doors in the same spread, which is something that I've been playing around with a lot and I really like. So just the simple reading plans down the side, and then they're all in one place and it's really easy to flip between them. So I really think that this is a much cleaner way of doing my tracking than what I had in my other bullet journal. So this is the non-fiction one, of which I'm trying to read 30. My classics and translated one, I'm trying to reach 20 each, and the 500 and 400 page plus where I'm trying to read 15 each. Nice and simple. I then also condensed all of my TBRs into one nice simple spread, so I didn't have to keep flicking backwards and forwards between all of them. It was getting really difficult to keep track. So these are the 5 major TBRs I have currently on the go for like a yearly goal. You've got my classics one, my 5-star fiction predictions, the ongoing 5-star non-fiction predictions that's kind of a drift over from last year, which I only released in October, so I've still got ages on that, translated, and then authors I want to read. Then I made a much smoother and cleaner If You've Got It, Read It challenge. So those are the different prompts and ones that I'm fitting into. As you can see, I'm doing really well for ticking it off. I'm quite pleased with this. So what I might do is once this is all filled up, I might redo it and see how many more hours I can get to fit in with it. Then we just have some super clean and simple video ideas pages, nice and simple. My bullet journal ideas list, which I always find really helpful when it comes towards the end of a month and I need to work out what on earth am I going to do for the next month. And then really clean future log, just listing things that I need to make sure get included in the monthly plans for the next year. I had a cheeky little gap, and I've started back filming some book reviews so that way when life gets really hectic I have something that I can bring out that's quite quick to review with all the kind of evergreen content. So these are some of the book reviews that I've got edited currently, and then the ones I've got posted, so you can see a few that will eventually be coming up in the future, but I've no idea when I'm going to use them, because the whole point to them is they're more like emergency content that I can rely on when life gets really crappy, or if there's any like technical difficulties or anything like that. February's theme was kind of puzzles, retro and vintage video games and board games, and just generally kind of games, playing around with that idea. So we did a simple puzzle on the front. One of my mates commented this would be the worst puzzle to ever solve because it doesn't make anything and there's no rhyme or reason to it, and I was like, shut up, I just want to play with colours. Then I have a classic Tetris one. I really like this. I think this looks very cool. I'm very proud of my Tetris theme. Then we come to the most extra spread I think I've done in a very long time. This took me days of work when I was running games at work. It's Jumanji. Oh yeah. Shall I tilt you so that you can see it? Look at that guy. So proud of it. So I do have Jumanji as my video and TBR planner for this year, for this month even. Look how long the TBR was for February. Hot damn. And then we have, when we fold it out, we fail at folding it out. God, come on. There we go, the inside of the board, and then the trackers either side. Now one might argue I have just wasted an entire spread here with the detailing, but I'm so proud of this. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And I've introduced a new thing in my video tracking, which is the plan schedule and then the actual schedule. So we're getting so sick of drawing lines through my plan every single month, like they always move around a lot, so it's nice to kind of plan out what I think I'm going to be doing content wise to get it all sorted, and then what actually happens just based on like little ideas, like, you know, Polarathon, TBR deciding to do that last minute kind of through all the schedule out, but things like that. Then we move on to my book journal. We've got Pac-Man, and again this is where I did the double Dutch door thing, and I made it like a little book on the inside, which I thought was very cute. I don't like my font on this, but everything else I'm quite happy with. We have my Polarathon spread. I can never resist doing a good spread for a themed readathon, and I love my little penguins, and you can indeed see a sneaky spoiler for eventually my Polarathon wrap up, which I think I'm just going to roll into my February wrap up, to be honest. So I'm really pleased with this one. We have chess, very nice, nice, simple. Monopoly, quite pleased with this one, a little bit extra again. I do hasten to add that I do these at work when I'm running games as well, so it's kind of a bit of multitasking, so that explains how I have so much time to do all these extra doodles. Snakes and ladders, very cool. Then we got some that aren't actually in use right now because we still have a decent amount of February left, but I've done all the February spreads, so I thought I might as well show them to you. So we've got Buckaroo, which I'm quite pleased with. Mousetrap. Does anyone remember Mousetrap? I never actually played it as a kid. I wanted to do an operation spread, but I couldn't work out a way that I could do it that didn't take up the entire thing and didn't have space around for actual to-do lists. And then final one is a cheeky little Hungry Hippos to round out the month. And you're indeed going to get a sneak peek of March, where we're playing around with some plants and some tropical flowers and leaves. I realised I'd done a lot of non-plant based things for probably the past at least 3 months, maybe even 4, and I really missed drawing like nature-based things because they are something that I find so fun to do. So that was March's one. I decided to go back to it. I think March and April I'm going to do some more nature-based ones. So that is it from my bullet journal. Now, it was requested recently in the comments that you guys get a sneaky cameo of my rabbits as well. So they are currently snuggled up in the corner. They've just been fed some greens, so I am indeed just going to have a quick clip of them. Hey guys. Oi. Can you come say hey? Didn't get a little groom, do I? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. So, just in case you are new to my bunnies, the white one here is Toaster, and the one sleeping in the background is Latan. So, she's my little princess, my girly girl, aren't you, baby? And then he's my absolute handsome prince, and he is flat out asleep, potatoing like mad, not interested in communicating today. Oh, got a little itch. There you go, baby. So, Toaster loves to groom people, don't you, honey? And you can also see their wonderful litter tray that they decided, we don't want the newspaper where it should be. Mummy, we want it all over the floor. You never believe that the cleaner came literally 2 days ago. You playing with this? No. No, playing by myself, Mama. Don't want to play with you. I eat ball. Yum yum, eat ball. Eat toys, eat all the toys. Eat the toys, destroy litter tray, make mess. Make pointless to pay cleaner. Well done, well done. So, yes, this is to them. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, I know, we're sleepy, aren't we? So yeah, that is it from me and these guys. Have a wonderful reading week, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.